Australia. The land of opportunities offers much more to aspiring immigrants than you would imagine. Great lifestyle, career opportunities, work-life balance, affordable quality education, social security and health benefits, incredible sports facilities, and world-class living, just to name a few. Australia has a strong economy and low unemployment rate, and offers salaries that well justify your professional credentials and expectations. Are you a skilled immigrant struggling to find your perfect job in Australia? Have you applied for several jobs and getting very few to no interview calls at all? Have you been interviewed but consistently getting rejection letters and wondering why? Are you a resilient professional who is really serious about investing your time and money in quickly finding your dream job? It doesn't matter whether you're in Australia or overseas, we are here to help you. Based in Melbourne, Career Launch Australia is a professional career mentoring service offered to global skilled immigrants to secure their perfect Australian job in weeks instead of months, and getting paid what they deserve, even if they don't have local experience. Immigrant coaching is much more than just career coaching. It involves understanding the mindset and thought process of individual immigrants at an emotional level, and professionally helping them with their job search. Empathy and heart-to-heart connection is crucial for immigrant coaching, and you will surely notice it in CLA consultants. Qualified professionals who have already got their Australian PR, work visa, or those who have applied for Australian PR and are likely to get their visa in the near future, proactively start working with CLA and acquire job search breakthrough techniques. This often results in them quickly securing the job they love after they migrate to Australia. CLA's proven success blueprints offers immigrant professionals practical tools and mindset they need to quickly succeed in their new life and career in Australia. CLA has been marketing their clients successfully into their preferred careers since more than 10 years, giving them both competence and confidence to win the high-paying positions they deserve. Our fully customizable mentoring package includes executive resume writing, LinkedIn profile, interview preparation, addressing key selection criteria, salary projection and negotiation, and most importantly, strategic networking techniques and connecting you with industry connections. A study shows that recruiters spend only 6 seconds reviewing an individual resume. Does your resume stand out in 6 seconds? On an average, every corporate job receives around 250 applications. Does your application hit the nail on the head? 89% of recruiters report hiring candidates through LinkedIn. Does your LinkedIn profile attract interest? 92% of employers and recruiters hire or plan to hire candidates through networks or referrals. How many recruiters do you know? 85% of critical jobs are filled via networking of some sort. Do you know how to strategically network with the right people and access the hidden job market? Average Australian full-time salary is $5,000 a month. You're losing this huge amount every month you're jobless for, and you're using your own hard-earned overseas money to survive in Australia. Could you afford to sustain this double loss? Time is ticking, so don't wait any further. Come and have a chat with us to quickly secure your dream job.
Welcome to this live simulcast. You are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn at the same time. My guest today is Abhishek. Abhishek, welcome to this show. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for inviting me for this.
No problem at all. So Abhishek he has done his Masters of Construction Management from Deakin University, and he has a little bit of experience in planning and scheduling construction projects to achieve project objectives while complying to the quality standards. Um, Abhishek originally comes obviously from India, as the name suggests. Abhishek was looking for a job for about 18 months after he completed his master's, and that's when we met, and that's when he created the history. So Um, can you please refresh my memory, or can you please share that? How we met. We should create a movie on that. How there is a
Yes,
movie called Jab We Met. We
yes,
should call it
exactly.
Tab We Met.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. It's actually a very funny incident. I was working as an Amazon delivery driver during peak COVID. Was delivering parcels, and one of my customer was on that day was Rajiv sir. I met him on that. I handed him his parcel, and we just had a chat, a brief chat. And he said that, oh, we provide career counseling and all this stuff. And he just handed me his card. A few weeks later, I just gave him a call, and the rest is history. Yeah.
That was really interesting. I mean, you never know how you meet people, and what can be the reason for that. It's just that we were supposed to meet each other. Otherwise, there was no reason why you could have asked me, or why you should have asked me. What I do, and I said to you, this is what we do, and I asked you what you are doing. Are you studying at the moment? And then what happened after that is just history. So
Exactly.
you were not having a job for that long.
Yes.
What was your state of mind?
Frustrating for sure. Yeah, it is very frustrating when you don't have you are not getting the things that you want in your life. Like, you have a particular set of dream. After you graduate, you have a dream of getting a job and all those things. And I was not going through that. I was working in a job which I didn't like, I didn't enjoy, and still I had to work because you have responsibilities. You have to put a bread on your table every night. Yeah.
Mm.
So it was just for the sake of that one thing, but it was not satisfaction for me. It was not satisfactory for me. It was really frustrating, and I was really lucky enough to meet you on that day. Yeah, I would say.
You know what I loved about you, Abhishek, is the fact that you were fully optimizing on the available time. So when I asked you when do you work, and you said I work in the morning, and you told me, I distinctly remember, you said that I have a four hour shift, but usually I finish my work in about 2 hours. That gives me extra 2 hours to work on my job. And you also started your day pretty early in the morning, or late in the evening, when you're
Yes,
working doing some other job. So that
yes,
gave you enough time to
yes,
work on your job search, and you fully optimized that, the work hours from 9 a.m. till, not exactly 9 till 5, but you started at 11 or 12, and you worked till 5 o'clock. That was fabulous.
yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So we have got somebody who is wishing you congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, we also have somebody from Nashik, India.
Hello.
Then we have somebody that
Thank you so much, Pallavi. Thank you
so
so
who is
much.
Pallavi? Tell me now.
Pallavi is we used to study together. My best friend from India. Like, we were studying here in Geelong together. We
Uh-huh.
were there for almost 2 years. Yes, we were almost there studying in Deakin, in various group projects, and yeah, that's how I know her.
Mm.
From the first day I landed in Australia, I know her. Yeah,
Oh wow, small world.
yeah, it is.
Then we have Siddhant. Siddhant is the regular attendee of these all these video testimonials that I have got, the simulcast. Siddhant is there,
Thank you
regardless
so much.
of what time we start the simulcast. He's always there. So he's one of my greatest supporters. So Siddhant, once again, thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you so much, Siddhant.
Right. So let's begin with the questions. Now, the questions, as you know, are based on what you said you want to talk about, how,
Yes.
different stages that you have gone through, and what you have experienced in this program. So, the first question is, how did the Ultimate Shift program help you in identifying your values?
Um, the ultimate shift program, I would say you have to go for day one when we started this entire program. in the first module there was an activity where we had to like I was given like 30 seconds or less than that just to think
Ah,
about five qualities where I think like this is something what are like five important values in my life, or what I think are the five most important values in my life, and how I look others in the, and I bottle them in the same values. So I thought that was a very important task for me, and I've never even realized that I have never even done anything like this in my life previously. So this was actually helpful for me to visualize and analyze what are the qualities or what are the values that I admire, and who I am as a person. Like let it be ethics or let it be something else. So this is something that, yeah, I thought that that was an important activity in the entire journey of my USP. Yeah,
mm,
and it framed the it helped me to frame or like set benchmarks for the new activities, or how we are proceeding forward with that program. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. And once you know your values, they are kind of, they get kind of engraved in you, and
Yes.
you don't want to compromise on those values. And if you do, they are not your values,
True.
which
And
means you're just fooling yourself.
true. And also I was able to know what my higher purposes are in my life, like
Yes.
what I, yeah, so that was actually really eye opener, I would say. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. So yeah, it's not able, I'm not able to express that in words, because it's just like a feeling that you get at that second, at that particular moment, that
Yes.
you
Yes.
realize, oh yes, this is what I was looking for.
Yes, absolutely. It's your higher purpose, or it's your key motivating factor.
Yeah.
What gets you out of the bed every morning? What doesn't let you sleep at night? When you're looking for a job, I always say to my clients that you should be haunted with the job search. Getting a job is not easy, but it's not impossible either if you are driven by a purpose. And you are absolutely spot on with that. Right. Um, in terms of connecting, what were your takeaways from the importance of connecting with, I think you mean by connecting with yourself, right?
Yes. Like even before connecting with others, like I would say, like me connecting with you or with a recruiter or with some anybody else, not just in the term of job. We need to like I was able to understand that I need to connect with myself first. I need to understand who am I as a person, what are my fears, and how am I going to overcome them, all those things, and then I can easily connect with the people around me. And this not only helps you when you're going forward to meet recruiters or anybody else, but in your day-to-day life this will help you a lot, I would say. It helped
Hmm.
me a lot as a person. I was able to clear up my mind. I was able to know, okay, this is where I'm lacking. Okay, this is how I can work on it. This is how, and there are various other tools. I would say meditation. First of all, that was recommended by you, the best meditation strategy. It was it was really helpful for me, not only just in connecting, but visualizing. You have to go to that path, but
Yes.
you have to visualize first in your mind, like, okay, if I have a job, for instance, I'll be sitting on a desk, or I want a side job, or I will be on sitting on a desk, I'll have a computer on site. So these small things, it will sound very kiddish, I would say, but not kiddish for me. It was not kiddish for me, it was really important, and it helped me visualize. And now when I realize, when I'm working for a month now, I realize, yeah, this is what I was dreaming for. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. This was the exact thing. A desk, chair. I was working continuously. This is what I was looking for, and I got it. Yeah. So yeah, that was
Wow.
connecting with myself first, and then, yeah, you are going to reach there, I would say.
So you are saying that you are experiencing exactly the same thing that you were visualizing in your meditation.
Exactly.
Wow.
It,
Isn't
it
that
it is
incredible?
beautiful. It is a beautiful experience, I would say. When the first day when I was working, oh yes, this is the exact thing I thought. Like, yeah.
And the other thing, Abhishek, is that it is the most easy thing. It is the easiest thing to do. But the problem with the things which are easy is they always get taken for granted,
True.
and people don't value them as much because they are free of charge, they are easy to do. Everybody is looking for, you know, paying more money and getting something which doesn't work. But this is the proven technique, which and you are an evidence of that it worked. It worked extremely well for you.
Thank you so much, sir.
We got Arshad Ahmed.
Thank you, Arshad.
You know him?
No, not actually.
Wow, Arshad, thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being on the show. Right now, one of the parts of the one of the sections in the program is about mindset, or rather, one of the modules I would say is about the mindset. So, which three mindsets from the program really helped you?
Um, the first one I would say is just having a right mindset, a positive attitude towards things. It makes difference. Like I remember there was a time when I was working at Amazon. I knew like, okay, this is going to end. Okay, there will be a time that I'll be working. It's just it's just because of COVID, I would say, or it's just because of this time. There was a vision in my mind, but it was not clear. But I knew somewhere, okay, this is going to end. This is going to end. So yeah, having a right mindset, I would say, it's very important. Secondly, I would say not listening to unsolicited advices. It is
Hmm.
very important because there will be hundreds and thousands of people you will meet in your entire journey here in Australia, where they will say, "Oh, you will not get a job." This was my fear also. Because this was ingrained in me because I heard these unsolicited advices. Oh, you will not
Hmm.
get a job because you don't have a PR. You will not get a job because you don't have experience, Australian experience, local Australian experience.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
these things uh, actually hampered me. I should have moved away from that if I had that right mindset, I would say.
Hmm.
Better late than never. But
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So that is second one I would say, and just I would just be just have a confidence in yourself. Like just trust your guts. Yeah,
Yes.
just trust yourself.
Absolutely. Very important because, and I'm so glad that, we met, and I'm so glad that,
I'm really
you gave us the opportunity to serve you. And because of that, it helped you in getting the job. But,
thank you.
when you were going through it for 18 months, 18 months is not a small period. And, anything can happen. And in most cases, your confidence absolutely gets killed. So by getting the job during COVID times, you busted the myth that you can't get a job around COVID times. So you're one of those people who has got a job around COVID. So very proud of you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, sir. And plus, I was confident enough because when I joined this program, I remember it was peak COVID, like the peak COVID, all the borders were closing, everything was closing, and I was listening to the same simulcast. I was listening to a simulcast. I don't remember the name of that person. He has moved to Perth. He was one of your students. I
Oh
was
yeah,
that was
maybe Aditya or Aniket, one of those two.
Aniket, yes,
Mm,
Aniket.
mm.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Okay, if he can do it, then why can't I? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We got Dhruvish Mehta. He's congratulating you on your success.
Thank you, Dhruvish.
I had a one-on-one consultation today with Dhruvish, and it went quite well. He was very happy with the value that we offered him, and I had suggested that he attend this particular session today, and maybe he might be asking you a few questions. So, Dhruvish, it's nice to see you on this program. Right. Um, you talked about the best meditation.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate on that a little bit, or should we move on to the next question?
I would surely elaborate on it, but it's more like uh, what shall I say? The best meditation strategy. It was one of the activities that I'm not able to do it regularly. I would be honest with you right now. I'm not able to follow that activity. But yeah, I make sure that I at least do it on weekends. So I'm still in touch with that. I'm still going through that because my work starts at 7 in the morning. So I have to wake up at 5, 4:30, or sometimes 4:30 also, and rush around.
Mm,
But I try
mm,
to do it on weekends. So the first time when I tried this meditation, actually I never believed in meditation previously.
mm.
Before meeting you, I thought like, no, this, how can
Waste of
from
time.
by closing your eyes can you can do anything like that? It's
Yes,
not
yes,
about just closing your eyes and doing it. It's just, I would say, it's for you to visualize. If you can paint that picture in your mind, it's very
yes.
easy when it is in front of you. It's as easy as that. Yeah. So yeah, it surely converted me. Yeah, in that way. uh, and yeah, I've thought about few other things for my future, and hopefully, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll go with that, using the same strategies and other strategies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, that's a reality of life. What sounds or what looks too easy is never done. That's where people take it for granted.
Yes.
That it can't be you know too easy to be true, and
I,
that's where
I
most
was a
people
firm
fall.
non-believer. I would say I was a firm non-believer of meditation, and yeah, like, how would that even happen in the first place? But that's the thing. I had, what would I say? I had a rigid mindset, I would say, and that was the thing. I just had to change my mindset. Okay, let's try this. What's the harm that's going to happen? Yeah.
And typically, when it comes to meditation, people think that it is a religious activity. But I just want to tell all the viewers that this meditation is very different. It has got nothing to do
Yes.
with which religion you come from, which caste you come from. As long as you have a mind,
Yeah.
anybody can do it.
Exactly.
Right. You wanted to talk about limiting beliefs. What limiting beliefs did you have when you began your journey, job
Yeah.
search journey with us?
The as I said, the unsolicited advices that I came through, like you won't land a job here in Australia unless and until you have a PR, or
Mm,
until and unless you have an Australian experience. And I was so confused at that time, like, if I don't have an if I don't have a PR, uh, how will I get a job? Or if I don't have an experience in the first place, how will I approach to my career? Like, that
yes,
doesn't make sense for me. I was so confused at that time, and that situation is really frustrating. Like, what to do? That's the only question. What to do? Yeah, and there's no answer from anyone. Everyone would be suggesting that you won't get, but nobody will give you the answer at that moment. Everybody will
yes.
just, yeah. So that was the limiting belief for me, that what, like, how will this happen? Yeah.
And that's the
So
difference between subjective opinion and objective opinion.
yeah.
Subjective is always based on individuals' experiences.
Yeah.
Objective is what you see,
Yeah.
those video testimonials that you have seen.
Yes. And I will
So,
also add one more thing.
mhm.
Those opinions that I got were not adding value to me. Now when I look back at it, I understand, like, okay, those were not adding value, and there are other platforms where I can actually get value to my, mm, where I can add value to my life. Yeah, to
Mm.
my opinion. Yeah.
They are more something that provides you, instead of providing you the inspiration, they
Yes.
demotivate you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Do you believe the mindsets, philosophy, and the job search tools we shared with you will help you in your future jobs and life in general?
Not only in future jobs, I would say this entire journey is about how you think in your life. Like, I would not say personal and professional life are different. You are not two separate individuals. When you enter
Mm.
into an office, you are a separate individual. When you exit out of the office, you are
Yes.
I wouldn't say that it is actually useful in your day-to-day life. Just like you will see a change in yourself. Like, just by this program, just by this best meditation, you'll see changes in you, you'll see positivity, and it's just a smile in your face for no reason. And that's what you want. Like at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want to see a change in yourself. You don't want to be stagnant all your life. You want to progress in your life. And yes,
Yes.
this is
They are the philosophies for life.
yes, exactly. There are philosophies for life, not just for your professional career. You will one day you will be an Amazon worker, another day you will be a structural detailer, next day you will be something else. But you are going to be Abhishek at the end of the day. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And that's where, when people say that, somebody possesses work ethics, there is no such thing as work ethics.
Ethics,
There are only ethics.
exactly.
How you implement them, how you execute them, or how you use them in different environments is entirely up to you. But at the end of the day, it is one single person. The
True.
soul of that person is the same wherever that person goes. So it doesn't make any sense to call them work ethics, but in the professional world, we call them work ethics, but ethics are ethics.
Ethics are
If
ethics.
integrity is your value in life, it is your value everywhere in the world, in any environment, in any situation, in any country, wherever you go.
True.
So it's the same thing with ethics as well.
Also, I would like to add one more point. Sorry, that in in this entire journey, like not this journey, but this entire job search or in your life, uh, I have come across like a thing like you need to take responsibility of your actions. You can't
Hmm.
just deny it. You have to be responsible. Like every for every single thing. Like even if you're not able to land on not land on a job, but even if you are not able to crack that particular interview, I would say, yeah,
Hmm.
you have to take that responsibility on yourself.
Yes.
Or if you have not submitted to that particular, if the deadline of that company is to submit the resume on this particular day at that time,
Yes.
you are not submitting it, it's your responsibility, but you have to take that responsibility. You
Yes.
can't just drop it on someone else, or you don't have time for that. There is 24 hours for everyone, I would say. And yes, you have to pick it up, you put it up on your shoulder, and yeah.
And the most important thing about responsibility, Abhishek, is that the moment don't take the responsibility, you lose control. And when you lose
True.
control, you are at the mercy of other people.
True.
And that's when you become a job seeker instead of a job searcher.
Yeah. That's
Right.
the worst. That's the worst feeling, to be on a mercy on someone else.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
And typically that's what happens, when you are at the mercy of somebody else, that's when people take you for granted. That's when,
True. You're exploited.
you get exploited. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's when you do not earn what you're worth in life.
Exactly.
We have Mr. Rohit Ahirrao. Congratulations. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit.
So, Rohit was the one I interviewed just a couple of weeks ago when he got the job. He's in Sydney.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rohit.
Yes, he's a wonderful human being. A wonderful human being. I love Rohit. Thank you, Rohit, for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Rohit.
Now we have a question from Dhruvish. He's saying, "Hi, hey Abhishek, how did you motivate yourself in the midway of your job search?" Great question.
It is. It is. See, this entire journey, it's not just one day journey. It took me almost, even after like joining CLA, I would say, it took me almost 6 months for this entire journey to land here. And it's not it's not a small time frame, I would say. It's not at all a small time frame. 6 months is like you can grow your career like this way, or it can go this way. So yeah, it was a very long journey. And having patient mind was the key for me. Having a patient, like, okay, it's going to happen, the magic is going to happen. It's going, like, you must follow the tools and the guidelines that is provided in this entire journey. be it the meditation. I will always talk about that because yeah, it has been proven helpful for me. Meditation, be it networking, and there were days like when I used to call recruiters, and they would be like, they would not attend your call. They will, you'll feel when you're around them, they will try to ignore you. It might not be genuine, it might not be like on purpose, or it might be intentionally also, and I've been hung upon directly. So yeah, you you will feel like, okay, what's happening, but there will be one call that will there will be one call that will be waiting for you. And yeah, I believe that that one call, it happened with me. Yeah, this recruiter, I got messaged by the recruiter. I got messaged by the recruiter, and here I am. Like, what would I say? I waited 6 months, and one fine day, I just got a message on LinkedIn. Are you looking for this particular role? I went for the job interview the next day, and I'm here working for this company. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
So
just like, it's just I would say, all the events come together, and yeah, the events come together, and you have to be patient. The most important thing is you have to have a patient mind, because being all hyper and all, it's not going to work. Yeah, that's
so Dhruvish, if I can just add to that a little bit,
sure.
I believe motivation is very different than inspiration. If you are fully dependent on the motivation, you will need other people to motivate you. When you are waiting for other people's motivation, you are not taking responsibility, like Abhishek said before. So when you take responsibility, you will be inspired, and you will be inspired only when you are connected, you are emotionally attached to your key motivating factor, or what we call as higher purpose in life. Now, before Abhishek got the job that he is in at the moment, he worked in another job for about 4 months, which was on a you know stopgap kind of arrangement, on a contract basis. But that is not what he wanted to do. He wanted to get a permanent job, and hence the reason, after working in the job for about 4 months on a stopgap basis, on a kind of casual basis, then he got this opportunity where he's working at the moment. But for him to come to this opportunity, to come up to the year, he inspired himself. And the way he inspired himself is through that meditation and through strongly believing in himself. I hope that makes sense to you, Dharush.
And also, as you mentioned about the higher purposes,
Mm.
they play a key role, because that is the one thing that, as you said, inspires us. In my case, it would be like clearing out my student loan. I would say, I will be very general about
Mhm.
it. That was my higher purpose. So yeah, that I had that focus in my mind. Okay, that is one thing that I have to do and work on it, and that's why
Mm.
I need to have a job, have a good life. Yeah, there are a few other a few other things. Then, and your higher purposes will change from time to time. It's not going to be
Yes.
one single thing. It will change from time to time. It will be
Yes.
different from the last year or last 6 months, or even from last month, I would say. Not last month, I would say. It's a very small time frame, but yeah,
Yes.
it will change from time to time.
That's
Yeah.
why you can call it a key motivating factor. What motivates you at that point of time? And once you get motivated by something else, then it will keep you inspired enough till you succeed in your mission. We have Mr. Arun Wag Patil.
Thank you, Arun.
You know him?
No, no, sir. Sorry.
No? All right. I don't know either, but Mr. Patil, thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate your presence here on the show. We also have Raman Puri. Do you know Raman?
Yes, I know Raman. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Raman aunty. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Who is she?
Yeah, she's my mother's friend. So
Ah, okay. Wow. Thank you, Mrs. Puri. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much. All right. So moving ahead, what advice would you like to give to people who are in the same situation, or who are job search aspirants, and about Career Launch Australia? What would you say to them?
The main and foremost thing is s- not only one advice. That really one or two more. Sorry. The first and foremost is like stop listening to any advices that you're getting, any unsolicited advices. Have a critical thinking of what they are trying to say. Just
Hmm.
analyze it. Have a rational thinking about it. Is he or she what they are trying to say? Does that even make sense in that scenario? Think about it. And yes, there are plenty of jobs in Australia. There are plenty and plenty of jobs, not in just construction or IT field. There are jobs in every single field. That's why they are calling people every single year. That's why they are allowing permanent residency.
Yes,
So don't think that there are no jobs. There are jobs. You just have to tap it. Yeah, you just have to tap the perfect job, and you will land on your job, I would say.
that's a great piece of advice, because typically people think that there are not many jobs available due to COVID and all that. And I say to people that construction industry was the least affected industries amongst COVID, during COVID, and construction industry provided jobs to civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, for that matter,
Exactly, exactly.
contract administrators, project managers, project engineers, and whatnot. And you are one of them.
Yeah, so that, just don't think about it that you won't. And if that is your limiting belief, then just cross it. I would say, just write it on a piece of paper and cross it. You will. That is a myth. Just I would say, if your limiting belief is that you will not land it on a job because of XYZ reason, just cross it and just write over that. That is a myth. Yeah.
Wonderful. Dhruvish is saying, yes, sir. And Abhishek, thank you for changing my perspective from motivation to inspiration. No problem. You're always welcome, Dhruvish. Now, tell me something. What does your job involve? What exactly do you do as a detailer?
So, as a steel detailer, structural
Mhm.
steel detailer, my basic job is to just liaise with engineer, builder, and architect.
Uh-huh.
These three parties are involved, and I have to get plans from them. Mostly, I get plans from the builder, but
Hmm.
many a times because the plans need to be revised, and we are not sent the revised plans, so I just call them up. I have to call them up. This is the revised plan. I work on it. I use a software called Tekla. This is a steel detailing software where I design columns and beams and other structural elements that are required for any given project. Right now, our company is mostly focused in residential, but in past we have also worked in commercial and industrial workspace. But right now, our most of the projects are in residential phases, um, and all these projects are based all over Melbourne, and it is a very interesting opportunity. I would say this is I was really lucky enough that my director, the company director, trusted me. That even though I was not aware of this software, I have never used this software. He gave me a chance, and I was able to showcase him that yes, I can work on this software very easily, very smoothly. I've been working on this software because from last 1 month, and yeah, it's going a very smooth sail for me. So just in short, I would say designing beams and columns. Yeah, that would be a very short and sweet yeah, explanation for my job.
And you made such a valid point
Yeah,
that you did not know that software, and
I didn't.
they
Yeah,
still hired you.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So yeah, even if someone have that feeling that, oh, I don't know about this particular software, but just give it a shot. Like give it a shot. Why not? Yeah.
Okay. So, what exactly? Why did they hire you? What did they? What was what was the magic that you did?
I would say conversation. The entire it was not kind of an interview. It was more like a formal setup, informal setup. We just sat on a sofa. We just had a chat for almost an hour. I was wearing all suit and all, but the other parties that were involved, they were just like in the casual wear and all. And we just had frank conversation. It was just like open conversation. somewhere related to this particular software. They showed me all the plans and everything, what all I'm going to deal with. Will I be able to handle it? I was like, okay, I'll surely work with it. I have worked with a steel detailing software, but not of this kind, something of a different kind previously. But yeah, I will surely give it a try. And yeah, they trusted me with that. I was actually surprised that they trusted me. I think the entire magic, I would say, was during that 1 hour conversation that we had. That changed everything. The resume, yes, it is important, and resume is what they see before meeting you. So I was actually mentioned that the director actually mentioned that your resume is. He actually mentioned me that he has never seen a resume in this kind of format before. So he was impressed by that fact, I would say. And plus, yeah, you just have to talk with him. You just have to talk with people and just connect with them. And connecting with them, I would say, I will go to my previous point. You need to connect with yourself first. I understood
Mm,
who I am, and
mm.
then I was able to express myself very easily in front of them, and they were able to, and then we yeah, everything came into line.
You said that you were surprised that they offered you the job, but honestly speaking, I'm not surprised at all because I have seen your journey, how you were in the past and what you are now. If you were to give this interview 18 months ago or 12 months ago, I don't believe you would have said yes to me. But now I think because of the transformation that you have brought about in you, you have become a very confident person. And what they saw in you is that level of confidence because of which you were offered the role. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, yes, that would summarize it.
Beautiful. Rohit has got a question. He's asking you, how is your experience after joining the job? What are your responsibilities now?
Experience, I'm just loving it, to be honest. Like, my work starts around 7 and finishes by 3:30. Like 3:30, I'm at home by 5. And yeah, I have my life after work. I have a work life balance, which I was actually looking for in this job, in any job, I would say. Mm, so that is something that I enjoy. I have plenty of time after my work. I have weekends to enjoy. I was actually looking for this entire work culture in Australia, I would say, where they give priority to to your personal space also, is
Mhm.
something I really respect, and I was looking for it, and I got it. So yeah, I'm happy. That's what I would say. And as far as
Absolutely.
responsibilities, as I mentioned, yeah, it's just like designing beams and columns and liaising with all the subcontractors and builders involved. Yeah,
Yes. And you do look happy, to be very honest with you, Abhishek. You do look happy. I want you to be happy all the time.
thank you so much, sir.
May all your wishes and may all your dreams come true. And I really thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
And
much.
you have really become a benchmark. Being patient in getting the job for 18 months, not being able to get a job for 18 months, not giving up is a great attitude, and it shows that you are very persistent, and at the same time you are very resilient as well. So all those who are watching this live or even later, what I want to bring to your notice is getting a job in Australia is not easy, but it's not impossible either. And for that matter, getting a job anywhere in the world is not easy, but it's not impossible either if you have these three qualities: your commitment, persistence, and resilience. Abhishek has done what he has done purely because of these three qualities. So, once again, Abhishek, thank you so much for your time, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this